Welcome everyone. Welcome to APTI PLUS. I am Sudipta Sir, the Geography faculty, and we'll be discussing few previous year questions on mains exam. Okay, WBCS Mains, and this is an initiative from us, from APTI PLUS, to provide you the guidance and provide you some information regarding the exam, which chapters you should go through before the exam starts on 16th August this month. Okay, so I think and we all think that these sessions will be helpful for you. So you just go through the video, go check the questions. These are some samples questions on mains and on the previous year also. From the previous years also we have collected some questions. Okay, so let's begin the class. Be with us and you can give your answers in the comment as well. So see, before going to the questions directly, I want to share some of the chapters which are important for your mains exam. See, from the chapters on geography, go through the physiographic part thoroughly, because we know there are five parts of this topic, physiography. It can be divided into the northern mountains, the northern plains, peninsular plateau, which is itself is a big chapter. Then there is coastal plain, there is Indian islands. So the physiography of India consists a huge part in the total syllabus. So that's why covering this topic is very important. Many questions comes. If you solve the previous year question, if you solve at least 5 to 6 previous year mains questions, that means you are solving near about 500-600 questions, and almost 15-20% questions comes from this topic only, physiographic division. Okay, then rivers is again a very important topic, because there are North Indian rivers, South Indian rivers. So the first topic was physiography, second one is rivers. Why you should cover this topic, rivers? Because it consists of the North Indian rivers, South Indian rivers, not only the rivers. In this chapter you have to remember the names of the dams which are situated on which river and in which state. Questions generally asked from here. Then lakes. Okay, lakes we can associate with this chapter. It is not a part of river, but we can include lakes in the drainage systems of India, because it is somehow associated. Some dams are associated with rivers, some lakes are associated with rivers, the man-made lakes basically. So that's why in rivers chapter we can include lakes, we can include dams, and we can include the riverside cities. So together the rivers, it becomes a huge chapter, and you have to go through the drainage pattern that we can see in the country, the dendritic drainage pattern, radial drainage pattern, various patterns are there. And not only the main rivers, but questions nowadays comes from the tributaries. More questions come from the tributaries actually. So you have to remember that Yamuna, that is a tributary of Ganga. Chambal, Betwa, Ken, these are tributaries of Yamuna. Banas, Sindh, then Shipra, these are tributary of Chambal. So various questions comes from the tributaries of the tributaries. So that's how this chapter becomes very important. After physiography, the next important chapter from where various questions come, and it is a huge chapter and it keeps updating. That is transport of India. So we know there are various types of modes of transport, like there is a mode in land through which we transport things, and including the railways, roadways and pipelines all are included in the land transport. Then there is water transport. In water transport you have to go through the ports, you have to go through the inland waterways. In the air transport you need to understand which airport is located in which city, in which state, then when did the air transport started its humble beginning in the country. So various things are there, and it keeps changing, because now see, Vande Bharat has started, it is connecting the cities. So when the first Vande Bharat came, then Gotiman Express, which is yet to come, if it comes, if it starts running, then we have to add these as your current affairs. Then the national highways, which has changed its name. So what was the old name, what are the new names, you have to be updated. So that is a very important chapter. After transport, minerals and industry, those are also important, but minerals and industry, these chapters are actually from economic geography. Okay, so many things are there to remember. Generally from economic geography there are things to remember more, less to understand, more to remember, like which industry was established at which place in which year, from where they collect their raw materials, like from where TISCO collects its raw material, from where ISCO, VISL, then Durgapur Steel Plant, from where they collect the raw materials. That is also important for mains perspective. In prelims such questions generally are not asked, but in mains they can ask you questions from depth. Okay, next you can see the Maharatna, Mini Ratna companies. Okay, then where the headquarters of different organizations are situated, like where is the headquarter of Hindustan Copper Limited, where is the headquarter of Hindustan Zinc Limited. These headquarters are also important. So industry, minerals, there are many things to you to remember. Okay, now all the chapters are important. Even climate, you will face questions from climate, you will face questions from soil, you will face questions from natural vegetation. Forest survey report 2021, 23 report is yet to come, so you should go and study, you should study the 2021 forest report. And one more important chapter is population, in which census is very important. But nowadays questions are very less from census. Why? Because the census happened in 2011. Even the exam question setters know that all the candidates through these 10 years they are preparing, they are studying census, and they have remembered all the data. So they give questions from census, but the number of questions has reduced. Okay, so these are the things you should go by. And also the first chapter, that is introduction part, introduction of India, the map, okay, the cities, Tropic of Cancer, Indian Standard Meridian, the neighboring states, which state bordered with which country, neighboring countries, actually neighboring countries, their capitals, the name of the bilateral relations with these countries. So the first chapter don't forget. Then CM, governor, any latest update from these states. Okay, so go through those chapters, and from West Bengal perspective the same chapters you should follow, but in a different perspective, that is from the West Bengal's perspective. So West Bengal's location, West Bengal's north-south distance, east-west distance, then latitudinal, longitudinal location, area, population, then physiography of West Bengal, rivers of West Bengal is very important, then the national highways of West Bengal, okay, the national parks are there in West Bengal. These are important chapters. Transport is important from West Bengal. So go through these chapters. Just if you have studied this chapter, revise once again before the exam, before the mains exam. Now don't try to start any new chapter. Try to revise the chapters you have solved, you have covered. Okay, because this is the time to revise. Because if you don't revise, if you miss out a question which you have prepared, that is a negative point. So better starting a new chapter, go through the chapters you have already covered. Okay, so let's come to the topic. Let's discuss the questions today. Let's see, there are few questions which are mains based. Some questions are from previous year. See, first question is about the location of cities. Okay, arrange the following cities in descending length of day, descending length of daylight in summer. The question is, arrange the following cities in descending length. I guess you can see, arrange the following cities in descending length of daylight in summer season. The cities are Chennai, Dhaka, Moscow, Shanghai. Okay, ABCD, 4 options are there. You have to arrange them according to the descending length of daylight. Now what is descending length of daylight? Descending means what? From larger to smaller value. Okay, that is called descending. Now length of daylight means, daylight is the time period which we call as dawn or dusk. Okay, so dawn and dusk, these are actually known as the daylight period. Now how to solve this question? If you travel from equator to pole, what happens in terms of daylight? In the equatorial region, the daylight is less, and if you travel from equator towards the pole, the daylight, the time of dawn and dusk, it increases. Okay, so that's why we see 6 months of day and 6 months of night at the pole, because there the period of dawn and dusk is more. So this is the concept actually. Now in descending order, if you have to arrange this, you have to come from the pole towards equator, because it is asked to arrange the cities in descending order. That means from larger daylight to the shorter daylight. So near the equator, why the daylight is small, short? Because the sun is, when the sun is just in front of the sun, it receives the sunlight and day starts instantly, and just it rotates, it goes at the back of the sun, instantly the night comes. So that is why the daylight is less in equator region. Okay, so now if you come from the polar region towards the equator, which city is near the equator? Chennai. So Chennai comes at the last. Okay, because we are coming from pole to equator. So from pole to equator, Moscow, Shanghai will be first, then Moscow is second, then Dhaka, and then Chennai. So coming from pole towards equator, this would be the arrangement. Shanghai is at the northernmost, then Moscow, then Dhaka, then Chennai. So the options will be 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1 is there in the option number B. So B is the answer of this question. Okay. Next question is, the thunderstorms are more frequent in. Thunderstorms are frequent in which region of the earth? The first option is subpolar region, then second option is horse latitude, third option is doldrum, and the fourth option is polar region. So where the thunderstorms are more frequent. Now if you see the options, so horse latitude is the region between 30 degree to 35 degree. Between 30 to 35 degree, both in north and southern hemisphere, we see horse latitude. Actually, in this horse latitude, it is high pressure. It is a high pressure belt. So generally, high pressure belts are calm. There is no occurrence of cyclones and thunderstorms. So that's why B is not the answer. Now, option C is doldrum. Doldrum is the equatorial region, which is again a calm region. So that's why it is called doldrum. Doldrum means the region between 5 degree north to 5 degree south. So where there is actually no movement of air. So this is again a calm region. So doldrum is again not the answer. And in polar region, there is hardly thunderstorms are observed. So that's why the answer is option A, subpolar region. Subpolar region is the region where most of the thunderstorms occur. Okay, so this was the answer of the second question. Now let's go to the third question. Third question is, the rays of the sun are vertical over Jhansi. The rays of the sun are vertical over Jhansi how many times in a year? Vertical over Jhansi how many times in a year? Now first you have to understand where Jhansi is situated. If you draw the map of India, through India the Tropic of Cancer is passing and Jhansi is slightly above the Tropic of Cancer. Now the concept is, to solve this question, the concept is the apparent movement of the sun, apparent movement of the sun occurs between 23.5 to 23.5 south, 23.5 north to 23.5 south. In between these two latitudes, the sun moves towards north and towards south. So if the sun does not cross these two latitudes, that means the places which are lying within these two latitudes receives vertical ray, and any place which is above Tropic of Cancer or below Tropic of Cancer never receives vertical ray of sun. So that means we have to find it out that whether Jhansi is below Tropic of Cancer or to the north of Tropic of Cancer, and the answer is yes, it is to the north of Tropic of Cancer. So the answer of this question is Jhansi will never receive vertical ray because it is to the north, and the places which are to the north, they never receives vertical ray of the sun. So the answer would be never. But here comes another question. If it was not Jhansi, if it was Chennai, suppose, then what would be the answer? In place of Jhansi, if Chennai was given, then how many times Chennai receives vertical ray of sun in a year? The answer would be twice. Once while the sun is going upward, and once while the sun is coming back, going to the southern hemisphere. So any place lying between these two latitudes, 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degree south, receives vertical ray of sun twice a year, even the equator. Okay, let's see the next one. The next question says the mean annual precipitation in India is. What is the mean annual precipitation in India? So this is questions which you have to remember. There is no logic behind this question. If you remember, you know the mean annual temperature is 118 centimeter. This is the mean annual precipitation in India. Remember, precipitation is every form by which water comes to the earth, whether it is rainfall, whether it is snowfall or any other. So 118 centimeter is the mean annual precipitation in India, and in West Bengal it is 175 centimeter. Remember, in terms of West Bengal, the mean annual precipitation is 175 centimeter. Okay. Now here comes another question: what is ISO height? I have seen this question in some of the exams in WBCS, whether it was prelims or mains. I guess it was mains. What is ISO height? ISO height is a imaginary line joining same amount of rainfall areas or same amount of rainfall places. Suppose this place receives 100 centimeter of rain. This is another place which receives 100 centimeter of rain. This place also receives 100 centimeter of rain. So if I draw an imaginary line by joining these places, this line will be known as ISO height. Okay, let's go to the next one. Next question is, as per census of India, look at the question, as per census of India 2011, dash holds the highest percentage share of SC. Here SC is scheduled caste. SC means scheduled caste. Okay, so as per census of India 2011, so 2011 is mentioned. Whenever you face questions from census, the year will be mentioned, because after 2011 no census happened in India yet. So as per census of India 2011, which state holds the highest percentage share of SC? Now we know that highest SC population is found in Uttar Pradesh. Highest SC population is in Uttar Pradesh, but highest percentage of SC population is Punjab. So the answer of this question is Punjab, not UP. If you have marked UP, that is wrong, because the point to be noted here, the point to understand here is percentage is asked, not the total amount. So remember, as total number of person, UP has highest SC population, but in percentage Punjab has highest SC population, and in terms of ST, Madhya Pradesh has highest ST population and Mizoram has highest percentage of ST population. So these two things are different. How they are different, you know, I guess. So I am not explaining that. I have explained those things in the class. Let's go to the question number 6. That is, the global mean sea level is rising due to. Why the global mean sea level is rising? 4 options are given. You have to choose the right option from the given options. See, it is because thermal expansions of ocean, it is because ozone depletion, it is because increased in albedo of glaciers, or coral bleaching. These are the 4 options. Now the global mean sea level is rising due to, what do you think? Because of ozone depletion? Yes, for ozone depletion, ultraviolet ray infiltrate in the earth, okay, in the atmosphere of earth. It may rise the temperature, that causes mean sea level rise. Increase in albedo of glaciers. Now what is albedo? Albedo is the heat that radiates while it comes from the sun. Suppose an amount of heat is coming to the earth and there is glacier which is radiating the heat. This is called albedo. So amount of albedo from glacier is huge. That's why eyes are burnt in the mountains when we see radiation from the glacier. So that's why we are needed to use sunglasses when we go to the mountains, because albedo is huge from the glacier. So increase in albedo does not causes sea level rise. That is not actually going to this statement. And coral bleaching actually is a result. It is a result of mean sea level rise, and it is the result of global warming. But the actual answer of this question is thermal expansion of ocean. Thermal expansion means the mean temperature of ocean is rising. These others are the causes and the effects of rising the temperature. But due to rising the temperature, the mean sea level is rising. It actually, this answer goes with the question. Okay, because of thermal expansion of ocean, because of the mean sea level rise, because of the mean temperature rise, the sea level rises. So that's why A has become A is the answer of this question. Not ozone depletion, not albedo, nor coral bleaching. As I discussed, coral bleaching is the result. Okay, next one. See the next question, question number 7. Question number 7 says, which of the following hill ranges of peninsular India has the highest peak? Which of the following hill ranges of peninsular India has the highest peak? So, first thing first, you must know which is the highest peak of peninsular India. See, the highest peak of peninsular India is, we know, it is Anaimudi, which has an elevation of 2695 meter, and the second highest peak of peninsular India is Dodabeta, which has an elevation of 2637 meter. So highest peak is Anaimudi, second highest peak is Dodabeta, and Anaimudi, it lies in Western Ghat. It lies in Western Ghat. So the answer is Western Ghat. Let's go to the next one. Next question says, in the following cities, dash lies in the most seismic sensitive zone. Delhi, Jaipur, Bhopal, Pune. Which city lies in the most seismic sensitive zone? Now, seismicity, or this term seismic, is related with earthquake. Whenever you see this term seismic or seismic waves, anything like that, this term is associated with earthquake. So actually the question is asking you which city is more earthquake prone. Now our country India is divided into 5 earthquake zones. It starts from zone 1 to zone 5. Now the area which is more earthquake prone is considered as zone 5, and the area which experience less number of earthquake or no earthquake, actually no earthquake is not possible, less number of earthquake or very less in Richter scale earthquake, low Richter scale earthquakes, those are called termed as zone 1. These areas are zone 1, but now the zone 1 has been eliminated. There is no zone 1 in India. So in India now it starts from zone 2 and it goes up to zone 5. And the Himalayan belt actually is situated on 2 plates boundary. Okay, so that's why it is an active earthquake area, active earthquake zone, and the Himalayan range lies on zone 5. Now if you descend from Himalaya towards the northern plain, and if you travel to the southern part of India, you are actually from zone 5 you are going towards lower zones. The northern plain lies on zone 4, then the middle part of India lies in zone 3, and the southern part of India lies in zone 2. So from Himalaya to southern part of India, you are going from the higher seismic sensitive zone towards the lower seismic sensitive zone. So this question, actually if you arrange these cities, Delhi lies in zone 4, then Jaipur, then Bhopal, then Pune. This is the arrangement from higher towards the lower seismic sensitive zone. So answer of this question would be Delhi. Delhi lies in zone 4. The northern plain lies in zone 4. Okay, but the Himalayan belt lies in zone 5. Even the Gujarat lies in zone 5. So The answer of this question is Delhi. Next one. India started the National Cyclone Risk Mitigation Project in. India started the National Cyclone Risk Mitigation Project in. So this is again a question to remember. There is no concept lying in this, and the answer is option D, 2011. Okay, straightly if you know the answer, mark. If you don't know, don't do guesswork, just skip. Okay, one thing is very important, don't try to do negative marking. Negative marking are very harmful. Okay, next question, question number 10. Tungabhadra multipurpose project is an interstate project between which among the following states? So we know Tungabhadra river, which is a tributary, actually it is a right hand side tributary of Krishna, and this river Tungabhadra, it is the largest tributary of river Krishna, and it originates from Western Ghat in Karnataka. It flows through Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and finally joins Krishna river from the right hand side. So this is a joint project of which states? Tungabhadra multipurpose project. So the river flows through Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and it is a joint project of all these three states. Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, all these three states are involved. They have invested in this project and they are benefited from this project. So the answer would be option C. Okay, next one, question number 11. Which state does not share border with Myanmar? This is a question from the border, the introduction, the first chapter, and you will face, definitely you will face questions from there. The borders area, the state sharing the borders, the state touching the boundaries of other countries and states and union territories. So which state does not share border with Myanmar? Now we know there are 4 states lying along the border of Myanmar, and these states are from the north. If you start, the first one is Arunachal Pradesh, the second one is Nagaland, then Manipur, then Mizoram. These are the states lying along the borders of Myanmar, and these 4 states only share border with Myanmar. Okay, now this question, which state does not share, it asked which state does not share. So as I said, Arunachal Pradesh share border with Myanmar. Arunachal Pradesh has border with Myanmar. Then Tripura, okay, Tripura does not share border with Myanmar, so answer would be Tripura. Mizoram also share, Manipur also shares. Remember, Mizoram has border with Myanmar and Bangladesh as well. Mizoram, it has border with both Bangladesh and Myanmar, and Tripura actually is surrounded by Bangladesh by 3 sides. The state Tripura is surrounded by Bangladesh by 3 sides, and this is the smallest state in northeast. Out of the 7 sisters, this is the smallest state. The question number 12 says, which of the following is an example of Kharif crop? Which of the following is an example of Kharif crop? Why I am explaining the answers? Why I am not waiting for your answers? Because I know I am not able to see the answers. So that's why I am going to the answers directly. But in your mind, you give the answer first and then you see the solve. Which of the following is an example of Kharif crop? Now see, from here, Kharif crop means the crops which are sown in June, July and harvested in September, October. So that is the crop which is in the field during the monsoon period. So out of these 4 options, gram, cotton, potato and wheat, cotton is a crop which is sown in Kharif. Okay, it is a Kharif crop. But one thing to remember here, though cotton is a Kharif crop, but it is cultivated in such an area where the rainfall even during the monsoon is less. Okay, that is the western part of India. Western part of India receives less rainfall even during the Kharif. Even at the rain shadow part of the southern India, this crop is harvested. This crop is actually cultivated. Okay, next. Which of the following city is known as Diamond City of India? Which city is known as Diamond City of India? A very important question and very commonly asked question, and the answer is Surat. It is a city of Gujarat which is situated beside Tapti river. Surat is situated beside Tapti river, and this city is known for diamond polishing. Okay, so this is the answer. Let's go to the next question. Question number 14. Consider the following statements about our country in India. So this type of questions now are given in the exams by giving 3-4 statements. Why? To consume your time. Okay, in this type of question you have to read the statements, you have to think whether which one is correct, which one is wrong, and then you have to come to the answer. So they consume your time. That's why this is a this type of questions you have to solve a lot. See, India has an area of about 3.28 million square kilometer. It is true. It is true. Next, India is located in the southeastern hemisphere. No, we are lying in the northeastern hemisphere. This statement is false. Then the latitudinal extension of India is 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north. Again, this is true. Okay, the mainland of India lying between these two latitudes, so we can calculate this as true statement. Then the longitudinal extent of India is 68 degrees 7 minute east and 97 degree 25 minute east longitude. This statement is also true. From Guharmoti to Kibithu, this is the longitudinal extension of India. So we have found that first, third and fourth questions are true. First, third and fourth, option D is the answer. Okay, next one. Question number 15. Question number 15. What would be the influence of the weather conditions when in mid-winter a feeble high pressure develops over the northwestern part of India? A feeble high pressure develops over the northwestern part of India. So which season is talked about here? Midwinter. So midwinter means which months? It is December, January. A feeble high pressure develops over the northwestern part. We know that in the Rajasthan area, in the Tibetan plateau, there are high pressure belts. So what happens when there is a high pressure in the Tibetan plateau? See, the options are high and dry winds would blow outward from this high pressure belt. Yes, it happens, because if there is high pressure means what? Wind will reflect in other directions. It goes in other directions from the high pressure. So this is true. The northern plain would become cold. Northern plain would become cold. This is also true, because in winter we observe there are high cold which is observed in Delhi and Amritsar region. And then scorching winds, locally called loo, would blow during the daytime. So loo actually is a wind of summer, not of winter. So this statement is false. And then there would be torrential rains brought by the thunderstorms. So hardly we see rainfall during the winter. Winters are dry in India. There is no rain. So in this question, yes, it rains in winter in the Coromandel coast and in the Punjab Haryana region due to western disturbance, but western disturbance is not, it does not happen every year. There are certain circumstances when western disturbance causes rain. Okay, but there would be torrential rains brought by thunderstorms. This statement is false. There is no thunderstorm in the winter. So last two statements are false and first two statements are true in this question. So the answer would be, correct answer using the course given below. Correct answer is option A. Option A is the correct answer. 1 and 2 are true. Okay. Okay, next, Dodabeta Peak is located in. Dodabeta Peak is the second, as I said, it is the second highest peak of South India and it lies in Nilgiri Hills. Okay, you tell me in the comment which hill station is located in Dodabeta. Okay, let me know in the comment. Next one, Saddle Peak is the highest peak of Andaman and Nicobar Island, is located in which island? Saddle Peak, the highest peak of Andaman and Nicobar, is located in which island? So as we know, the highest peak of Andaman Nicobar is located in North Andaman. The highest peak is located in North Andaman. Middle Andaman is the largest, and Great Nicobar, the southernmost point is Great Nicobar. Southernmost point of Great Nicobar is Indira Point. Great Nicobar is the southernmost island of India as well. Okay, Little Andaman. South Andaman and Little Andaman are separated by Duncan Passage. Little Andaman and Car Nicobar are separated by 10-degree channels. These are few important things to recall. These questions actually are from previous years. See, the question number 18 says, very important, among the Bimaru states of India, the most densely populated state is. So if you don't know which states are called Bimaru states, then you can't answer this question. So first you have to know which are Bimaru states. Bimaru states are the poorest states of India. Actually, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, these states are considered as Bimaru states. So out of Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, which state is densely populated? The most densely populated state is, as we know, Bihar. Okay, in India also it is the highest densely populated state. Its population density is 1102 per square kilometer. Okay, question number 19 says, in the development of hydroelectric power, the pioneering state in India is. In the development of hydroelectric power, the pioneering state in India is, whether it is HP, Himachal Pradesh or Karnataka or Tamil Nadu or Uttar Pradesh. What would be the answer? The answer is Karnataka. Okay, in hydroelectric power, because why Karnataka? Out of these states, I am telling you, out of these states, Karnataka has the highest potential to develop hydroelectric power, because the rivers are very much torrential, high velocity rivers, because they are coming from the Western Ghats and they are flowing through a harsh terrain. Okay, let's take the next question, question number 20, and this question is, the place Sabarimala is situated in which of the following states? We knew that this temple was in news few years back. So okay, so from here you can understand, you also have to remember the important temples, where they are situated, important hill stations, important cities, okay, important railway zones and their headquarters. So these actually are in static GK part, and this question is also from static GK. So place Sabarimala is situated in Kerala. This temple is situated in Kerala. So through this class, through this video, I have tried to share what type of questions may asked, and I have tried to give an idea to you which chapters are important, which chapters you should follow before going to the exams. I know you are prepared, you have qualified prelims, so you have prepared yourself for the last few months for the mains, but still nervousness works before the exam. So be confident, okay, be confident, solve as much questions as you can before the exam, because if you don't solve the exam, if you don't give mock test, only studying, only reading the chapters will not work. So through practicing MCQ, you have to steer what you have covered throughout the year. So that's all for today. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comments, and let's call it a day. Let's end it here. Thank you everyone. Thank you for attending the session.